Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's a professional here. Today I have another top 5 video for you guys. I was thinking, what could I make in a top 5 video? And I saw some people doing some really bad money making strategies. And I thought to myself, a lot of people do these specific strategies thinking it will get them good money, but it doesn't. These are the top 5 worst ways to make money that people still do in GTA Online. For this list, we're not going to be looking at the worst possible way to make money in the game. The worst possible way would be to kill random NPCs and pick up their cash. That would not be much of a video, and it would be pointless. We're going to be looking at the most common money-making strategies that people do that are not effective. Some really bad strategies to make money. Some of these are fun, don't get me wrong. I know some people will tell me, but they're fun. I'm not denying some of these activities are fun, but we're not looking at them from a fun perspective. We're looking at them from a money-making perspective. Now, let's get started. Starting off at number 5, we have selling mid and standard range cars. I still see some people doing this. You should always sell top range cars, but how do you get only top range cars? Here you actually see me doing it the way that you're supposed to be doing, sourcing a top range car and selling it. It's actually pretty simple just to get top range cars. What you need to do is source around 10 standard and 10 mid range cars. Don't sell them. Instead, just source them, store them in your vehicle warehouse. The more cars that aren't top range that are in your vehicle warehouse, the more of a chance of a top range car spawning. When you get a top range car, always sell it. But if you get a mid or standard range car, store it. After enough cars, you will only spawn top range cars, increasing your earnings. If you are selling mid or standard range cars, you're doing it wrong with the import-export business. I still see a lot of people sourcing mid and standard range cars. Shouldn't be doing that unless you're doing it just to fill up your warehouse. Don't ever sell mid and standard range cars. Fill them up, then get your top range cars, and then sell those. At number 4, we have buying one crate at a time with the CEO warehouse. There are people that still source one crate at a time. If you do this, don't worry, because a lot of people still do it. You see the cheap price tag of $2,000 per crate, and you think to yourself, hey, this is cheaper than buying 3 crates for $18,000. What many people don't calculate is the time. They calculate the money per crate, but they don't calculate the time in collecting them. Time is money, and it's much more effective to buy 3 crates at a time than to buy 1 crate, even if it's more expensive. You still make more money buying 3 crates. How? Take a look at my chart here. This is a chart that I made many months ago, and it's still relevant to this day. And this chart shows you why 3 crates are more effective than 1 crate, and even 2 crates. So let's take a look right there. If you are sourcing 3 crates and you're trying to fill up a 111 crate warehouse, that would be 37 missions in total. You would be investing $666,000 in buying those crates. You would sell the warehouse for a total amount of $2,200,000. Now, let's say theoretically it takes around 5 minutes per mission. It takes you around 5 minutes per mission. There's also a 5-minute cooldown for that specific warehouse. Now, we add all of that together, we'll get a $1,534,000 profit. But if we take a look at the time, 37 missions times 5, that's 185 minutes. Then we have to multiply it by 2 because of all the 5-minute cooldowns on each mission. That is about 6 hours. So about 5 to 6 hours if you have good missions. If you're quick, you don't have any mistakes along the way, around 5 to 6 hours. Also, it's better if you have help collecting those crates. And I know what some people are going to tell me, but 3 crate missions, they sometimes spawn those 3 crate drops, while 1 crate will only spawn 1 drop. Yes, but it's still faster because you have 3 crates in that single mission. You just go back and collect those crates. If you were doing 1 crate, you would have a 5-minute cooldown per each mission. Now let's take a look at 2 crates. 2 crates are 56 missions. You would be investing $442,000. Again, $2,200,000, same amount. And take a look at the missions here. 5 minutes per mission, 5-minute cooldown. We multiply to 56 missions times 5, that's 280 minutes. Then we multiply it by 2 for the 5-minute cooldown, that's around 9.5 hours. So even though it's cheaper with 2 crates, it's still more effective with $18,000 for the 3 crates. Because look, you're going to be filling up 111 crate warehouse in 5 to 6 hours versus with 2 crates for 9 to 10 hours. And look at the profit. In 5 to 6 hours, $1,534,000. In 9 to 10 hours, $1,758,000. I think it's much better to do with the 3 crates. And if you take a look at 1 crate, this is the worst one. It would be 111 missions. 111 missions. And sure, it would be the cheapest with $222,000 purchasing it. But take a look at how long for 1 crate at a time. This is ridiculous how long it takes. 111 missions times 5 equals 555 minutes. We multiply that by 2, that's 18.5 hours. You would not fill up a large crate warehouse in 1 day unless you're playing for 18 hours straight. And I don't think anybody here wants to do crates for 18 hours. I don't want to do crates for 18 hours. I don't want to do 111 missions. I don't want to do that. That's just frustrating. That's annoying. It's always better to buy 3 crates. Don't buy 2 crates. Don't buy 1 crate. The only time that I could see buying 2 crates at a time would be somewhat effective if you're selling small shipments. If you're selling small shipments, I guess you could go for 2 crates. But if you intend to sell large shipments, it's always much more effective to sell 3 crates. Don't go for 2 crates or 1 crates. A lot of people are still doing it. You know, I had one of my friends, he would always fill up his warehouse 111 crates with just 1 crate at a time. It's 111 missions. He would be doing that all the time. I remember he used to do that all the time, and I would try to tell him. I would tell him, please stop doing that. You're taking way too long. And he's like, no, it's cheaper. It's cheaper. And I'm telling him, you're going to make more money if you do 3 crates at a time because it's faster. Time is money. It might be more expensive, but you're going to fill up your warehouse faster and sell it for the same amount. So always go for 3 crates. Don't go for 1 crate. It's a giant waste of time unless you're selling small shipments. Next at number 3, we have stand your ground. This is an MC work. I see so many people doing this. I see people doing this all the time. A lot of people that start this, start it just for PvP. They don't intend to make any money from it. But some people, they do intend to make money from it, and they think that they're going to get some kind of big reward. The people that started for PvP, they want a fight, a battle. That's why they start it. But other people do it because they think they'll have that big reward. Stand your ground is one of the worst ways to make money in this game. This job involves you holding a position on the map from other players for 20 minutes. 20 minutes. You can see here, me and my friend started it, and some players rushed us right away, and they tried to kill us, and we killed them. I didn't blame these guys for trying to take the base over, as they probably wanted to make money, but why were they going for it? They could have been going for it so that they could do their own VIP work or MC work. When someone starts stand your ground, it becomes very frustrating for everyone in the lobby. The reason is because when someone starts this job, you can't start any other VIP work, MC contract, or client job during it. You have to wait until it runs out of time or capture it. That's why people who like PvP start it, because they expect people to rush to them. It becomes very frustrating because you have to wait 20 minutes, and taking it can be very, very hard depending on how many people are defending it. And how much money do you get for defending this for 20 minutes? Only $30,000. If you're trying to get money from this, this is one of the biggest wastes of time. In those 20 minutes, you could have easily done a diamond shopping client job in 2 to 3 minutes, get $30,000, do a headhunter in 2 minutes, source a top range car, and if you still have enough time, sell that top range car. Why would you do stand your ground if you're trying to make money? If you want PvP, I guess do this, but it would annoy a lot of people in the lobby who are trying to do other work because they can't do anything else, and it would intrude on their jobs for 20 minutes. At number 2, we have adversary modes and stunt races. Here we're focusing on arena gameplay, which is also one adversary mode, and you see me doing a match with my friends where I barely get anything at the end. I get around $15,000. Adversary modes and stunt races are some of the worst ways to make money, and it's a shame because a lot of them are fun. I like a lot of the arena modes and a lot of the stunt races. My favorite adversary mode is Slasher. Unfortunately, despite them being fun, the pay is just awful. When they are double money, people play them, don't get me wrong, but when the double money ends, barely anyone plays them, and I don't blame them. They barely pay you anything. Stunt races can be just as bad, even if you win. I have won really close stunt races against 15 other players, and being first place, I only got $20,000 on a 2-lap race. Why is the pay that bad? For winning against 15 other players, I should have gotten a lot more, at least $50,000. What's the point of doing a race or an adversary mode if you can just do a headhunter in 2 to 3 minutes and get the same amount of money? I understand many people play these for fun, but people also want a good reward for winning. The numbers show that people don't feel it's an effective way to make money. It's really disappointing, as you know, a lot of them are fun and great. I really hope that they increase the pay, and you know, don't even get me started on the arena. Custom vehicles in the arena are so expensive. You also need a workshop. You can play it without a custom vehicle or workshop, but then you put yourself at a major disadvantage. And the pay, even with double money on the arena, was terrible. Now, no one barely plays arena, and this doesn't count because I invited some of my friends, and even when I invited friends, I only had 3 other people join. If I sat here waiting for randoms, no one would join, and if someone did, it would most likely be because they're a new player as they play arena because they see it as the newest DLC and think it's a good way to make money. Before I unveil the number 1 worst way people still make money, I wanted to make 2 special mentions. The first is doing MC contracts with 2 people. Some MC contracts, the number of people doesn't affect the pay, but others, it doesn't. Gunrunning and torch contracts, there are a few examples where pay isn't dependent on the amount of players, but other jobs like cracked and 9/10 of the law, these are jobs that are affected by player count, and there's also more. The more players you have in these contracts, the more money you can get. I see people playing as MCs and doing contracts with just 2 people. In this specific contract, because we had 2 people, me and my friend, we only had 2 bikes. We only got $14,000. We could have doubled this pay if we had 4 people. We would have stolen 4 bikes instead of 2. The other special mention is contact missions. I know what some people are going to say, contact missions, but they are great. I'm playing them this week because of double money. They are double money this week and worth doing, don't get me wrong. The reason they are a special mention and not fully on this list is because contact missions can be a great way for low levels to make money because they don't have access to VIP work, client jobs, and businesses. However, if you are a higher level and you have access to these businesses, VIP work, and client jobs, contact missions aren't worth doing if you're going for money. I like to play them every once in a while to do something different. Some are fun, but they aren't effective in comparison to VIP work. This mission took us about 10 minutes, and we only got $18,000. The longer you take, the more money you get in contact missions, but if you do VIP work and you do them fast, you still get pretty much the same payout. So while contact missions can be good for low levels and they're fun, and they aren't really worth doing unless they're double money. They just really aren't. It's a shame, as Rockstar should make them permanently double money. That would encourage much more people to do them. And number 1, the worst way people still make money on this game is doing the Hangar Solo. I still see so many people doing this. The Hangar, while it isn't a terrible business, it's only effective if you source crates with multiple people, preferably 4. Why? Because when you have 4 people, you spawn 4 crates. If you source by yourself, it will only be 1 crate. And if you're going for a full hangar, you're going to be filling it up with 50 missions. 50 missions because you only spawn 1 crate at a time. This will most likely be longer than filling up a 111 crate warehouse. You only get $10,000 per crate. The bonuses for the better crates, narcotics, chemical, and medical, are at 25 crates and 50 crates. You can see this one mission here. I had to fly across the whole map just to get 1 crate. I could have been doing VIP work, a client job, or sourcing CEO crates and import-export vehicles. At least with the CEO warehouse, you can still pick up 3 crates for a hangar. You can't do that here. The one thing I do like about the hangar is you can drop it over the hangar, not having to teleport inside, but it's still extremely ineffective doing the Hangar Solo. The reason this is number 1 is because it's so time consuming and I see so many people doing it. And I know what some people are going to tell me in the comments, but professional, I source Hangar Solo because no one wants to help me. How am I supposed to source crates if I can't find anyone to help me? If you are in a complete solo scenario, it's better to do other solo activities like VIP work and import-export. But you can get people to help you. How? My strategy, what I do, is I find a few random people in the lobby, and I say to them, hey, do you need help selling a business or sourcing any crates? Oftentimes they say yes, and I say, I'll help you. And then afterwards I ask them, can you help me back? And most people help back. If you have 4 people in your CEO, do some VIP work, headhunter, sightseer, client job. I'm sure afterwards your team has gotten some money. They will be glad to help you. Just don't push it and do constant sourcing missions. If you keep doing sourcing missions, people will get annoyed and leave. After they help you, then help them back, you know? It's the right thing to do. And that is that for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like. If you're new to my channel and enjoy my content, subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone.